think a picture always can say 1,000 words, maybe even more. At least that's how it's been for me. How about you? And I guess that's what's so frustrating, that, I mean, everything's been hijacked. I mean, absolutely everything. Down to our symbolic drawings. I mean, everything has been twisted and perverted. And all the races that are involved have been played, oh, so played, by this persistent artificial construct. I mean, you gotta hand it to it. I mean, as long as we've been doing this shit, the whole divide and conquer that has been used against every race involved, against every being, every living tree of life has been infected and affected by this in one form or another. It's heart-wrenching. Anyway, love conquers all. Let us say that again. Love conquers all. Well, whoever coined this term knows nothing of love. The definition of conquer. Let's read it together if I can hold this Kindle still. The definition of the word conquer. Gain by conquest, overcome, subdue, to get victory. This doesn't sit well within my being. The word love. I'd say love cures all. Now, please do not, please do not think I'm a New Age teacher or seeker of all is love and light. When 689, yeah, there's just not one serpent chasing its tail here anymore. Is that a good thing? Well, I like to think so. I'm trying to get this so I don't have to hold this. Well, they say I have the maturity of a 12-year-old. Maybe that's so. Oh, okay. See, I ask backwards a lot of the time. Oh boy, forgive me. Okay, I'm looking at my notes here. Just for that simple fact that I had that ass backwards. Anyway, I'm not a New Age teacher or a seeker of all is love and light, for I have truly seen the evils that truly be. I mean, unless you have been face to face with this thing, there is absolutely no words in the dictionary that could even begin to explain how this beast makes you feel. I have been beaten, and my hands have been tied, bound, mouth, covered my eyes only to toss me back on this merry-go-round, regardless of whatever spells and shadows of deception they cast down before thyself. The nose knows, and once again I sniff my way back, for I know who and what I truly am. Love. This fact, no matter how hard it tries, it will never change. I've been to the bottomless pit. I have been to the mountaintop. And in the middle as woman, my Lord, which is love, touched my forehead with the mighty finger. The mighty finger. My love is Lord, and it is in excellus. And like Jesus, who came not for our sins, but for his Father's sins alone. For we are all Christ in the Lord of love that never fails, and is our cure to all that binds, like bears to honey or flies to shit. I've played a role to attract the thing that has bound all, aka Project Venus Flytrap, freedom for all. I put my cross down on Monday, then I set Tuesday free. I blew up the dark side of the moon on Wednesday, then on Thursday I wrote a song just for you and me. In her song, I'm dancing on Friday, both on earth and in the heavens above. In song and dance, we simply left Saturday behind. Sunday, we marked it on their calendar and tore the lies all down. 7 days have passed, and now I will have an 8th day of rest. An 8th day to celebrate the infinite beings that we truly are. A day when mountains awake and yawn with delight. Trees and plants put on a face that glow bright. Brooks and streams babble nothing but truth, forever reminding Palingenius, not death. Back in, I'd say the 90s, I noticed in my field this, like, I call them floaters. Literally in my field, and no, it wasn't something in my eye. It had like 3 heads, looked worm-like. And then, floating in my field. But recently, something's come into my field that only has 1 instead of 3. And actually, it's connected into this one. So I'm wondering if it's not the symbol, has something to do with the symbol that I kept drawing. And actually, in a video back, I was showing you a piece of paper and you couldn't see anything on it. But I kept drawing the symbol. And in the middle, a tetrahedron. But anyway, the 6 and the 9. Yeah, I kept drawing this. And I'm wondering if it had to do with this connecting to this. I don't know. But I do know, if that makes any sense. I mean, I've been playing a role of the path of the fool, the clueless, the rag doll for so long that it was really hard for me to wrap my head around some of this, of what I've been doing, really. You know, the old saying that reality is crazier than fiction comes to mind big time. But a while back, okay, we're going to talk about the Mandela effect again, because even as a young girl, I couldn't understand all the different religions and how only one God can be right, otherwise all the rest of you are just going to be damned to hell. I mean, that bothered me, as a child that's in elementary school. And I was constantly looking for God outside of myself when all along God is within, not just without. And I read the Bible from front to cover. I don't know if I've said that before. And then some, and things that, were inspiring. I'd write down the passage. And in one of my journals here, 1 Corinthians 3:22 through 31. Well, I am going back to the Bible to see exactly what it is, just like the whole Father, the James 1:17, how it turned to just Father of lights for a while and then it came back to the original. Well, 1 Corinthians 3:22 through 31, a while back when I was going through this old journal and I wanted to see what it was about. And there was no 1 Corinthians 3:22 through 24. But recently, guess what? Guess what has happened? 22 and 23 have come back into being. And I'm going to read it to you. If I can, oh gosh, there's no way I'm going to get that in there. Yeah, I know, my videos are very unprofessional. But I'm curious to see if, 24 through 31 eventually show up. But it says, whether Paul or Apollos or Cephas or the world or life or come, all are yours, and ye are Christ, and Christ is God. Okay, let me read that again. Whether Paul or Apollos or Cephas or the world or life or death or things present or things to come, all are yours. Okay, yeah, I didn't catch it all. See, let's read that again. 1 Corinthians 3:22. When Paul or Apollos or Cephas or the world or life or death or things present or things to come, all are yours, and ye are Christ, and Christ is God's. So yeah, that wasn't there a while back, but this was something that caught my eye, and I wrote, and it went away. But now some of it's come back. Now back to yeah, this is, I guess I'll show you, this is what I was trying to show you in my other video. Yeah, the symbol, but I was just drawing that, so, but I just kept drawing that. But back to this. In my other video, this little doodle, this information here, remember? The 6 and 9, 3 times 9 is 27. This is important. And I told you last time I wasn't sure what it was about, but you know, that's just me self-doubting, really, because it's all quite fabulous. I mean, it just all sounds crazy. If I was to tell you, you would think me crazy. But I think, I don't know what I think sometimes. Put my rock star hair on. Woo! Child sing and I'll ride away. Your skies will play on each passing day. Wish I could see the beauty in this motion now. Caught up in a lie somehow. Child seen the world in a different way. Now it's so easy to get lost in out of place. But when I'm feeling down and feel I can't go on, I look into your eyes and see no. and pressures have arise. My dreams have faded away along with my own childlike eyes. And so it's not the same, but that's okay, 'cause all I have to do, all I have to do, all I have to do is look into my own child's eyes. I hope we get back what we have lost.